Welcome to Stompbox, I'm Richard.
And I'm Jamie.
And we're looking at the brand new CryBaby Mini from Dunlop. This has been launched at the NAMM show. It's coming out in probably just a few weeks' time now. We should be receiving the first shipment. But to give you an idea, this is the standard GCB95 that we're all used to. So we're looking at less than half the size of the old unit. Now the GCB95 is, if I'm not mistaken, the best-selling guitar pedal of all time.
Definitely.
So it's a bit of a classic. Now, the Mini not only gives you the obvious in terms of a much smaller footprint, you can still power it with battery, you can power it obviously off a 9-volt power supply, but it's got a couple of other things over and above the standard GCB95, and what that is, firstly it's got the fasel inductor, so in many ways it's actually more similar to the GCB95F, which is the vintage CryBaby, and you've also, if I take this off, I have removed the screws already, you've got a three-way switch here where I can switch between three different voicings, low, medium and high. The high is voiced like the GCB95, the medium gives you more mids, and the low is a more low range sound. Mm-hmm. So you've got all of that benefit over and above the GCB95. In terms of the sweep, some people may be cautious about a wah pedal that is so small, but in fact your foot goes straight over it.
Yeah.
Feels pretty much the same as a standard pedal, so you can wah just as easily. So it saves loads of pedal board space, which means you can fit loads more pedals onto your board, which is always a good thing.
Indeed it is.
So it looks great, but obviously it needs to sound great. What we're going to do for you is we're going to just compare the two pedals. We're going to set this into standard GCB95 mode, and give it a listen against the original GCB95. After that, we'll then show you the different voicings that you also get. But it is out in just a couple of weeks and available from our website at www.fxpedal.co.uk. So let's get plugged in, shall we?
Yeah, let's give it a go.
So if you want to start with clean, and we'll move on to dirty.
Alright then, here's the first riff with the CryBaby original. And here we go with the CryBaby Mini. Yeah, cool, quite similar. I actually prefer with the CryBaby Mini.
What's that, the sound or the feel?
It's a lot easier to use. It's a lot easier to sort of rock back and forth. It's a lot less harsh as well, I'm finding.
Yeah, that'll be the fasel that you're hearing.
Yeah.
It's a more vintagey sort of sound.
It's cool.
But now, interesting that you prefer the feel of that one.
Yeah.
Not what many would expect, but you find it just as easy, if not easier.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay. Well, let's hear it with some drive then.
Alright, here's a little bit of drive. And a completely different riff. Cool, same riff with the CryBaby Mini. Yeah, nice.
So yeah, the CryBaby is definitely not quite as harsh. It depends if you want a really cutting sound or more vintage sort of sound between the two. There's the obvious difference in footprint. But the CryBaby Mini, as we said, it's got three different voicings. We've been on the standard voicing, which is the GCB95 voicing. There's two more, which is the mids, which is more of a vintage, even more vintage sound, and the low. So if I flick that over to mids, if you want to do the same riff, and then we'll go on to the low.
Yeah, let's hear how it sounds.
Okay, and onto the lows.
Cool, nice.
Now you can hear the difference between the three voicings.
Yeah,
really
definitely,
nice.
quite significantly so actually.
So good to have that choice. Of course, if you really want that cutting sound, the standard
Go with the classic.
GCB95 is the one to have. But the pedalboard friendly nature of the Mini is a great advantage. And having the choice of the
it's going to be a
voicings.
success.
Huge roaring success.
Definitely.
And if you want to get it, it's available from us at fxpedal.co.uk. Come into our shop in Northwood, Northwest London, and try them both out together. See which you prefer. If you enjoyed the video, please rate, comment and subscribe, and we'll see you next time. Thank you.